So you want to lose weight, and in this culture of body shaming and also body positivity, you're not really sure if you're even allowed to think this way, because your mind has gotten all types of screwed up with, is it better to be thin, or is it better to have some meat on your bones and be kind of heavy or thick or weighty or voluptuous or whatever the case is. So if you've already decided past the BS trends and whatever that is, and you've decided to go forward and actually manifest a body that is smaller or more slimmer than wherever you are right now, because your own inner guidance has told you so, this is the video for you. If you suffer with body dysmorphia, disordered eating, or are nursing or pregnant, some of this information may not be for you. Now back to the video. So my story is, when I intermittent fast, or when I do liquid fast, whether it's water or juice, or even just eating all fruits, when I do diets like that, like all juicy fruits, like say a watermelon type of fast or diet, I notice that weight just drops right off of me, sometimes within a day, but usually drastically, like 10 or 20 pounds within, I would say, 2.5 days. And you may be wondering, is this healthy? I can't tell you what's healthy for you, but I could tell you, for me, a few days of a gut or detox reset is healthy for me. I don't feel like my metabolism goes out of whack or anything weird happens. So that does work to help reset and reshape your diet, but it's just a start. It's not everything. A lot of times, the weight that we carry is in our gut. So when we do these type of fasts or intermittent fasting, it's like a nurturing, like we're rejuvenating ourselves, or we're like giving ourselves a break, and we're also hydrating ourselves. We're hydrating our being, right? Hydrating our body with the good stuff. But something else is being released. Now, I'm not going to go to the 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗏 zone. If you've ever heard of that, it looks like you're going number 2, but it's really not. And it's just like a long rope of just crap that takes the shape of your intestines. And if you've never heard of that before, I'm not going to go deep into that, but I've had an experience, I think it was twice, with that through fasting. And once you drop something like that, put that on a scale. Okay, and then tell me, you know, where your weight was actually coming from. So I feel like that's a lot of people are holding that type of weight in their stomach. Now, I can't say if it's any more than 5 pounds, right? But that can be a great start to your weight loss journey, or it might just really just be it. If you don't go back to whatever the activities, whether mental or physical, was actually contributing to such a detoxing or a building up type of reaction as that of a 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗏. So say you came from a diet that was very, and I pause to use this word, but I would say acidic, or less likely to quickly leave the bowels after you've eaten. You know, something that just takes up space, takes up room, just cakes itself on the pipes, you know, like oil or something like that, and it just sticks around. So if you have these type of diets, more than likely, it's a weight that you don't have to carry. But once you get that weight off, once the 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗏 passes through, you have a great opportunity to shift your diet. And you know what I'm going to suggest? Raw vegan diet, the best. So you can continue being a fruitarian if you think that is going to cover all of your needs, all of your health and whatever type of needs that you feel like you need for your life purpose. You can continue doing that. I don't even mind personally if people just have an all liquid diet. For me, I've been pursuing that. That's just something personal that I've been doing, like a few days on liquid and a few days on solid. And I feel like my digestion is wonderful. I'm able to work. I'm able to have my mind be very clear, my dreams clear, and everything that I prefer myself to be. A liquid diet is very, very helpful for me. So again, these short fasts can be a start to a better diet, which I suggest would be a mostly raw fruits and vegetable diet. Why you may find that you are not losing weight on a raw vegan diet, because depending on your age or your health or whatever's going on, your stress level, it feels like weight just drops off of you. And maybe it's like that in other diets as well, like keto and things like this and carnivores, but yeah, I don't have experience with that. And any little bit of experience that I had with keto, it seems like the opposite. So actually, fat, when you're doing 80% carbs, high raw, is not, high fat diet is not the best way to let the weight or the waste drop off of you. So that would be my first tip, is when you're doing a raw vegan diet, yes, weight, especially initially, weight can just drop off of you. You don't even think about it, especially compared to whatever, if it was a high fat diet beforehand with cooked foods, you'll see that happen. Or with high proteins, you'll see that happen. So that's one thing. I would say high fat would represent, believe it or not, 20% and over. So I love the concept of an 80-10-10 raw vegan diet. I've done it. It's not really hard. Nothing is really hard once you have a strong why and you get a little bit of result and you start to, see that you feel great. It just keeps feeding it. So like you have the why, you have the idea, you're like, okay, this is healthy, I'm feeling great, and it just keeps feeding on each other. But sometimes you may want to stop. And I would tell you why you may want to stop a low-fat raw vegan diet is for the next reason, which is for women, mostly hormones. So sometimes you'll realize during different times of the month, you just want high-fat stuff. And it's arguable, for me it is, for some people it's not, but that you actually need high fat during a time maybe that you're trying to get pregnant. You may want to eat a higher fat at that time. It has to do with hormones, and I'm not really sure which way to steer someone, but I just wanted to bring it up because I've experienced it at different times of the month, whether if you're having your period or something like that and you just want to devour like a bag of avocados and like that's it. You know what I mean? That is not 20% of your daily fat intake from your total daily calories, obviously. So that would probably be like 80 or 90% fat. That would be like a more keto style, which I don't recommend. So because, and specifically why I don't recommend it, it's specifically for this video for weight loss, but also there's things about eating high fat that it really makes me personally feel sluggish. So I wouldn't recommend it. But if that gets you through when you're at certain times of the month, or you're trying to do something hormonally and trying to shift and you're trying to have children and things like that, then that's something you may consider. But obviously, I don't think you're on a weight loss video and you're pregnant. Let's hope not. So the next obvious thing would be that why the weight is not flying off or the waste is not being detoxed is on a raw vegan food diet is because the output of movement to actually what you're consuming is not adding up. So maybe you're consuming, I'll just say fats again, but you're eating so much high fat or so much high protein, which you can get through protein powders and lentil sprouts and things of that nature. So there is protein in a raw vegan food diet, even though it's not animal protein. So you're getting so much of that the body is working. It's working. And protein is like a building block, right? So you're building as well. But the digestion is not as fast. So with the carbs, with the simple carbs, so you get a heavier weight, you know, or you may feel a bloat, or you may, you know, see a layer of puffiness that looks like weight. You know, I really believe it's inflammation, but and if it doesn't hurt, it's on its way. That's really how I feel about puffiness or fat or whatever the case is. And you will have to cut those things down. You will have to go to a lower protein. Again, 80-10-10. 80% carbs, 10% protein, of course raw vegan, and 10% raw vegan fats, like avocados, nuts, seeds, coconut, something like that. And again, that is a really, really good balance. But you have to move. If you're going to do a lot of calories from fats and proteins, you have to move. Carbs, not so much, but again, when you're at a certain, females specifically, when you're at a certain hormonal level, it's like, it feels like your body almost holds on to either water or it holds on to whatever is in your stomach. Like certain times of hormones, and ladies would know this, it's like you may even feel constipated, or you may even see your stomach bloating. You know, it's like things are not being let go. Can you override that? Hell yeah, I believe you can override that, you know, but you got to be mindful about A, the movement, B, how much you're consuming. Again, I have this feeling also about solid foods that it's slower. It's slower going through your digestion. So you're going to get that weight, or it's going to slow down the weight loss. You know, that's just, it is what it is. And intermittent and all of these fasting protocols, short protocols, they actually do help to boost and get things going. So I guess the last thing I'll say, actually not the last thing, next to the last thing, I'll be a little bit more specific on the exercise portion. I feel like lifting heavy or just lifting weights, period, more in the moderate, the low to high zone, I would say, right in the middle is that sweet spot that you should be lifting weights, especially females, again, because we have that hormone component. And it's something about having fat on the body. I'm not sure about it, but it's like, and I've been lifting weights for decades. So, and doing different type of exercises. I'm a sports type of person. I started in dance. I've done gymnastics, basketball, volleyball, every type of, you know, action sport or whatever I've done. So I've never shied away from activity. I was always in some type of activity. So these things really help with a balance. But it was only when I started lifting kind of like moderate to heavy weights did I really see consistent weight or waist loss. What do I think waist loss is? For me personally, it's fat. Now, some people believe that women should have fat on them. Again, if you're looking to be pregnant, maybe you want to have fat on you. I am not at this point in my life, so I'm not speaking to those people that are trying to be pregnant. All right, we're talking about shredding, we're talking about getting fit, getting lean, or less curvy, wherever you are. That's what we're talking about. And losing waist. Waste to me is fat on the body. I'm not in the ice age. I do not want to feel like a woolly mammoth, like I'm holding on to buckets and buckets of fat if, God forbid, I'm ever in a physical famine. I have not been, do not want to manifest that. So I am not wanting to have that much weight walking around on my body in case I'm in a famine. So you got to hack the mind. You got to hack these beliefs, you know, that you have to have fat, you know, again, if you're not trying to get pregnant. What is the point in having a lot of fat? And again, you wouldn't be looking at this video if you love what you look like right now. You're not trying to lose any weight or waste. So I'm speaking to my audience right now that you know what I'm talking about. I'm not carrying around lugs and extra fat and inflammation and cancer starting baggage. Basically, I don't need that personally on a personal level. So those people that's with me, you know, like the video, let me know that you feel me and we're on the same level. Share this video with somebody that you think could use this type of health and wellness information, and subscribe also. So anyway, yes, I was talking about lifting. So lifting really, really, really brings out muscle. Now muscle in your sleep even, it helps to shred the fat and the waste off of your body, including hormones that you do not need. So all of these things, it comes through the sweat, it comes through breathing, and honestly, it helps your mental as well. So while you're doing all of these things to release the physical waste, the next thing and the last thing I will bring up is your vision, which of course is the first. You're embodying your dream body. And your dream body is not a specific size as far as thinness, just to be clear, because there's a lot of past triggering information, at least from my lifestyle, where I grew up in society, and it's suggesting that just thin is the best way, even for a male. Now, they wouldn't say thin for a male, they would say fit, you know, and just big and muscular and just no type of fat. So I don't believe in all of those things. I believe that you can basically be healthy, even as a male, if you look rounder than Superman, or if you look rounder than a supermodel. I do believe you can live your optimal health. I just want to get that crystal clear. But there is a personal image that hopefully you don't have any problems with, and a personal feeling and a vision, a purpose for your particular life that says, I ain't there. And I feel I need to meet this life, this type of frequency of life. Now that's what I'm talking about. So that's when you embody your dream body. And your dream body is based on these things. It's based on your personal walk and having the courage to go after exactly what you want, or align with, at least mentally, exactly what you prefer, as if you already have it now. And that goes right back to the beginning. Self-love. So no matter what the 3D reality shows you, still knowing that you're worthy of love, still knowing that you're worthy to give love, and that you're enjoyed and you are beloved and all of that good stuff. And I wouldn't even say that 3D manifestation exactly how you want it is the icing on the cake. It's just more like more confirmation that I am this person that I am affirming. I am beloved. I am loved. I can give love. That's basically the full story. And the 3D is just multiple different ways of how we do it. The number on the scale, the weight loss, the having no diseases, being able to pick something up with ease, being able to, run up the stairs with ease. All of that equates to my vision and my purpose. So hopefully you also relate to this, and you want to be a more active person, and you equate being a certain level again, your own personal level of fitness to a certain type of lifestyle. So you can unleash that great feeling of consciousness that you feel like you deserve to experience in this lifetime. So if you're not afraid and and you understand the idea of waste being your form of weight loss, and you're ready to shed off all the old beliefs and all the BS and everybody else's chatter, and you just want to make a stand for your vision, and you feel like it's worthy, then these are the ways you do it. You can start with intermittent fasting. You can start with an all-fruit diet, which is low fat, 20% or lower, and lower protein, about 10%. You could also start lifting a little heavier, start moving a little more, and stop eating as much as you used to before, unless you're gonna move with it. You know what I mean? But to be honest, the last one trumps them all. I've seen miracles happen in my own life and even with other people that just, believe it or not, sit in their seat and just love on themselves, erase the stress, because that grasps. It grasps mentally to negative paradigms, and it grasps physically to weight, even in your gut. And I'm sure you guys heard of cortisol, that when you're stressed, your body's like, nah, we're not losing any weight, waste, whatever. We're holding on. So let go. Let your vision be so strong. Affirm who you are. I am this dude. I am that girl. Wow, look at me. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's with ease. I'm breathing well through my nose, through my mouth. I conquered this disorder. I have no more disease. I'm mobile, because some of us at a certain weight, we're not even mobile, and we wish we could, be outside with our grandkids or just run around, walk upstairs without feeling like your whole system is about to crack, if you've ever felt that way. So yeah, this is what I wish for you, and this is what I wish for everyone. And if you enjoyed this video, again, please give it a like, comment, and please share and subscribe to this channel if you'd like to hear more of these topics. Thank you for watching this video in its entirety. I hope that you got some helpful tips on your weight/waist loss journey. And if you need any further info, please subscribe and check the links in the description. Thank you.